Poisonous drinks.
Marissa and Juliana went out for drinks together. They ordered the same drink. Juliana was really thirsty and finished 5 in the time it took Marissa to finish 1. The drinks were poisoned, but only Marissa died. How? The poison was in the ice. Since Marissa's ice had time to melt, she was poisoned but Juliana wasn't.
Suicide or mystery.
A dead female body lies at the bottom of a multi-story building. It looks as though she committed suicide by jumping from one of the floors. When the detective arrives, he goes to the first floor of the building, opens the closed window and flips a coin towards the floor. He goes to the second floor and does the exact same thing. He continues to do this until he gets to the top floor of the building. When he comes back down, he states that it was a murder and not a suicide. How does he know that? She couldn't have jumped from any of the floors because when the detective went to each floor, all of the windows were closed.
Empty cell mystery.
Andy is put in a cell with a dirt floor and only one window. The window is too high for him to reach. The only thing in the cell is a shovel. He won't be able to get any food or water and only has 2 days to escape or he'll die. Andy can't dig a tunnel because it will take him much longer than 2 days to do it. How will Andy escape from the cell? Andy has to use the shovel to create a pile of dirt under the window so he can climb up onto it and escape from the cell.
Stolen ring.
Nicole went to the police to report that someone had stolen her vintage ring. When the police got to her house, they noticed that the window was broken. There was a total mess inside, and there were dirty footprints on the carpet. But, there were no other signs of a break-in. The next day, the police arrested Nicole for fraud. Why? As soon as the police got to the crime scene, they knew that Nicole has most likely staged the break-in. The glass from the broken window was all outside of the house, meaning that it had been broken from the inside.
Thief at sea.
A Japanese ship was leaving the port and on its way to open sea. The captain went to go oil some parts of the ship and took his ring off so it wouldn't get damaged. He left it on the table next to his bunk. When he returned, it was missing. He had suspected 3 crew members could be guilty and asked them what they had been doing for the 10 minutes that he had been gone. The cook said, "I was in the kitchen preparing tonight's dinner." The engineer said, "I was working in the engine room making sure everything was running smoothly." The seaman said, "I was on the mast correcting the flag because someone had attached it upside down by mistake." The captain immediately knew who it was. How? It was clearly the seaman. It was a Japanese ship and a Japanese flag is white with a single red dot in the middle, it can't be hung upside down.
Recorded last words.
A man was found on the floor dead with a cassette recorder in one hand and a gun in the other. When the police arrived at the scene, they pressed play on the recorder. It was the man's voice. He said, "I have nothing else to live for, I can't go on," followed by the sound of a gunshot. After listening, the police knew that this was a murder, not a suicide. How? If the dead man had killed himself, he wouldn't have been able to press the reverse button on the cassette recorder.
Guilty at court.
A woman was in court for killing her husband. She said she wasn't guilty and that she dearly missed him. In the closing statement, the woman's lawyer stands up and says, her husband was just missing. Everyone look at the doors, he's going to walk through them in about 30 seconds. The entire jury stares at the doors waiting for this woman's husband to walk through the doors. The lawyer and the woman stare at the jury. The lawyer concludes by saying, "See, if you were so sure she killed her husband, you wouldn't be watching that door." The jury immediately gave a guilty verdict. Why? The woman was watching the jury and not the doors because she knew that her husband wouldn't walk through them because she had killed him. If she has really missed him like she said, she would have been watching the doors.